Today we come to the fourth Sunday of Advent, and as we learned already when we lit the Advent wreath, this is the Sunday focused on love. That's the theme for today. And we are going to be looking at, once more, Christmas through the lens of Hollywood classic Christmas films. Today, Miracle on 34th Street. And I'm curious, how many of you have ever seen The Miracle on 34th Street? Now, I saw it growing up many, many times. We watched it over and over and over again, but I realized this week as I watched it 3 times, I hadn't seen it in years. And I'm guessing there are some of you who have never seen the film. So I want to tell you just a little bit about it as we prepare to jump in. And our goal is to see, what does this film illustrate about the spiritual life and about Christmas for us? There's a phrase that I use when I teach on leadership across the country, and that is, it's all about people. It's about people. It's about caring for their needs. It's about trying to encourage them. It's about, showing love and kindness to your customers or your employees. Sometimes we forget to do that. Sometimes we get so caught up in the business or, whatever it is we're doing that we forget about the customer. We forget about the patient. We forget about the client. We forget about the employees. We forget that it's all about people. And this is what Chris Kringle is reminding them of. And what he's reminding them of is something that's so essential to the Christian faith. I think about the things that Jesus said. The baby born in Bethlehem grew up to be a man who said things like this: whoever wants to be great among you must be your servant. He says that the Son of Man didn't come to be served, but rather to serve and to give his life to liberate many people. He said, love your neighbors, you love yourself. And he said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And in all of these things, he's teaching the same thing that Chris Kringle is trying to demonstrate as Santa Claus. And Chris learned it from Jesus, right? That this is how we're meant to live our lives. And the Apostle Paul says it this way in Philippians 2, don't do anything for selfish purposes, but with humility, think of others as better than yourselves. Instead of each person watching out for their own good, watch out for what is better for others. And that leads us to make a better world. That leads us to create a better business. It leads people to be more loyal customers. It leads employees to be more loyal to the company. In all of these things, when we're thinking about the needs of other people. And here's what I know. I forget that sometimes. There are times where I'm so busy and I'm going so fast and so hard, and there's all these things that are going on, and sometimes I've forgotten the most simple of things, to say thank you, or to check in on somebody, or to care for them. And there are times we can't, there are moments I just miss it, and it's out of no malice. It's just I don't have enough hours in the day. But to make a priority caring for people is what Chris is teaching us here. And that changes how marketing happened, at least for 10 years across the country. People saw the film, and pretty soon businesses actually started to live that way. And here at Resurrection, when we have our coffee with the pastors where people, consider whether they're going to join, we always say the same thing. We say, look, if we're not the right church for you, we can help you find the right church. We know all the churches or many of the churches in the community. And if for whatever reason we're not a good fit, we want to help you find a great fit for you. It's not about us, but it's about actually doing the work of the ministry and caring for people. I think about the Rotary Club. And the way they describe this is service above self. Service above self.